The All Blacks eye up their next opponents, leaders debate loses its leaders, and weather warnings ease after days of wild wind and rain. At Maneater, I'm Shuri Kinnear reporting from France, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Here in Lyon, the All Blacks are preparing for their final pool match of the Rugby World Cup. They play Uruguay on Friday morning as they look to secure themselves a spot in next week's quarterfinals. Despite the expectations of another massive win, All Blacks flanker Ethan Blackadder says the team's not taking their opponents lightly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the games they've played this year have been blowouts at all. So yeah, they definitely hang in there. So it's like any team though. You respect them for what they are, you look at their strengths, weaknesses, but the ultimate respect would be going out and putting pressure on them.
Back home and in election news, Chris Hipkins says the cancellation of the press leaders debate is a big letdown for the people of Christchurch. Hipkins has COVID, so can't make the only debate scheduled for the South Island. The press debate's been a tradition for Canterbury, establishing in 2011 after the earthquake. Labor says it's offered flexible dates for when Hipkins' isolation ends or an alternative debater. Labor's campaign chair Megan Woods has even accused Luxon of chickening out of a rescheduled debate. However, National campaign chair Chris Bishop says it's ridiculous to blame National for the event not going ahead as Hipkins was forced to withdraw. In developing news, police are investigating a serious assault in Maneater overnight that left a man in critical condition and another seriously injured. Police and ambulances were present at a bus stop on Badder Drive shortly after 11 p.m. before the area was completely cordoned off. A man was apprehended by police and taken away from the crime scene. Another male was briefly detained but was subsequently released. $1 million price tags, once largely confined to metro areas, look to be becoming the new normal. Velocity data shows there's more than 600 South Island streets with a median value of $1 million, excluding Christchurch, Queenstown Lakes and Dunedin. The nationwide average property value first crossed the $1 million mark in 2021. It currently sits at $952,000. Weather warnings are easing today after another wet and windy day. A road snowfall warning is in place until 8 this morning, with some showers expected. The wild weather caused disruptions to Cook Strait ferries and some sailings have been cancelled. Flights were disrupted and a camper van on State Highway in South Canterbury blew over yesterday, blocking the road. Parts of the South Island had gusts of 200 kilometres an hour. And in world news, at least 10 people, including 3 children, have been killed after the roof of a church collapsed in northern Mexico. The collapse happened on Sunday afternoon local time as around 100 people were attending a baptism. Search and rescue teams have since arrived at the scene and 2 cranes are on site removing the debris. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.